Good morning, student. In my previous video, I explained you keywords and things to remember. Things to remember are very important point because this is the complete summary of the chapter. If you are able to understand this point, it means you are able to understand the chapter. Now today, student, in my today video, let talk about the topics which I explain you in this chapter to bones and muscles. I explain you about skeletal system, the skull, spine, rib cage, joints and different type of a joint in human body, muscles. So these are the things which I covered in this chapter. Now student, after completing the full explanation of chapter number 2, now today I explain you book exercises of chapter 2. So open page number 19. Question number A. Tick the correct answer. First question is bones, ligaments and cartilage form the dash. Bones, ligaments and cartilage form the dash. Option number A, skeletal system. Option number B, muscular system. Option number C, respiratory system. And option number B, it is D, not B, circulatory system. So student, we have to tick the right answer. Now let's start with muscular system. See student, muscles are connected to the bones, and muscular and bone system is responsible for the movement of different parts of the body. Now let's discuss respiratory system. Student, when I explain you respiratory system in chapter number 1, at that time I explain you nose, windpipe, lungs and diaphragm. These are the parts of the respiratory system. So respiratory system is also not a right answer. Now next, circulatory system. When I am explaining you circulatory system in chapter number 1, at that time I explain you which is the most important part of the circulatory system. So student, our heart is the most important part of the circulatory system. So this is also not a right answer. Now skeletal system, yes, this is the right answer because question is bone, ligaments and cartilage. All these parts are in our skeletal system. When I explain you different function of a skeleton system, at that time I told you skeleton gives the framework to the bones and it gives shape to our body and it also protects our internal organs and Ligaments. What is the role of ligaments? Ligaments connect one bone to the another bone. And what is a cartilage? Cartilage is a flexible connective tissue. Cartilage is a flexible connective tissue. So, due to cartilage, the bones do not rub with each other. Due to cartilage, the bones do not rub with each other. So, the right answer is bones, ligaments, and cartilage form the skeletal system. Now, question number 2. The bones in the spine are called dash. The bones in the spine are called dash. First option is cartilage. Second option is ribs. Option number C is vertebra. And option number D is bone marrow. Now one by one, let's discuss. First option is cartilage. Your first option is cartilage. So student, cartilage are, you can also say, they stop the bones. They, so that you know that bones are very hard. So cartilage cover the bones so that the bones don't rub with each other. And next is a rib. When I explained you axial skeleton, at that time I told you student, axial skeleton is divided into 4 parts: skull, rib cage, vertebral column, and breast bone. So rib cage protects your internal organ, that is heart and lungs. So rib is also not a right answer. Cartilage is also not a right answer. Now let's discuss bone marrow. So student, when I explained you skeletal system, at that time I told you, I explained you the long bone of the skeleton is hollow and is filled with soft fatty tissues called it the bone marrow. And do you know student, what does bone marrow produces? At that time I told you, the bone marrow produces red blood cells and white blood cells. So bone marrow is also not a right answer. Now option number C, vertebra. Yes, this is the right answer. The bones in the spine are called vertebra. See student, you can also say backbone. The bones in the spine, you can also say backbone, or it is your vertebral column. So, and this backbone or vertebral column is made of 26 bones. This vertebral column, or you can say backbone, is made of 26 bones. So we say each. So student, vertebra is the right answer. Vertebra is the right answer because backbone is not a single bone. If it is single bone, then it is possible for us to move our back. No. So these backbone is made of small bones, that is 26, and these bones are known as vertebra. So vertebra is the right answer. Now question number 3. How many bones does the skull have? How many bones does the skull have? Option number A 33, option number B 24, option number C 40, option number D 22. So student, when I explain you axial skeleton, in axial skeleton, when I explain you about the when I explain you skull, at that time I explain you the upper part of the skull has 8 bones. The upper part of the skull has 8 bones and the face is made of 14 bones. So now add it. 8 plus 14 is 22. So the question is, how many bones does the skull have? So right answer is option number D 22. Is it clear? Now question number 4. Muscles are attached to the bones by strong tissues known as dash. Muscles are attached to the bones by strong tissues known as dash. First is option number A vertebra, option number B tendons, option number C ligaments, and option number D muscle tissues. Now let's discuss all the options one by one. See, option number A vertebra. This is the part of our backbone or vertebral column, because our vertical column is made of 26 bones and these bones are known as vertebra. So this is not a right answer. Now come to option number C ligaments. What is the role of ligaments in our body? We know that bones are connected to the bones by ligaments. This I explained you earlier. What is the function or what is the role of ligament? Ligament connect one bone to the another bone. So option number C ligaments. This is also not a right answer. Now option D muscle tissues. Muscles help in the movement of the bone, but this is also not a right answer because the band of tissues by which muscles are connected to the bones are known as your option number B tendons. Option number B tendons. Muscles are connected to the bones by tendons. So tendons is the right answer. Now question number 5. The total number of bones an adult has is dash. Option A 300, option B 206, option C 200, option D 620. So option number C 200. It is not a right answer. Option number D, 620. It is not a right answer. Now student, let's discuss option number A, 300. Yes, when I am teaching you about the skeletal system, at that time I told you, at the time of our birth, the number of bones in our body is 300. But when we become adult, these number of bones in our body become 206. So option number A is not a right answer, and option number B, that is 206 bones, this is the right answer. Now question number B, give one word answer. Few questions are given to you and you have to write one word answer for these questions. Is it clear? Now let's start with the first one. The bones around your chest are known as. So student, when I explained you axial skeleton, at that time I told you what is the role of our chest bone. They protect the internal organs of our body because these organs are delicate organs. They need protection. So our chest bone protect the internal organ, that is your heart and lungs. And these bones are known as rib cage, and the bones around your chest are known as rib cage. Is it clear? Next, question number 2. The longest bone in our body is dash. So student, when I teach you appendicular skeleton system is divided in two parts, axial skeleton and appendicular. So when I explained you appendicular skeleton, at that time I told you we have two limbs, upper limbs and lower limb. So student, the longest bone in our body is in our lower limb. The longest bone in our body is in our lower limb, and the name of the bone is femur. Name of the bone is femur, and you can also say thigh bone, and you can also say thigh bone. Next, question number 3. Help in the movement of bones by contraction and relaxation. I repeat the question. Help in the movement of bones by contraction and relaxation. So student, when our bones and muscle help are responsible, our bones and muscle are responsible for the movement of body parts of our body. So when I explain you about muscle, at that time I explained you, before starting my topic, I explained you what are the basic function of muscles. At that time I explained you the most important property of muscle is contraction and relaxation. The most important property of muscle is contraction and relaxation. So the right answer is muscles. Help in the movement of bones by contraction and relaxation, muscles. Now, fourth question. The smallest bone in our body. So student, which is the smallest bone in our body? It is also given in did you know on the page number 17. The smallest bone in the human body is located in the middle ear, and this bone is known as steps. The smallest bone in the human body is located in the middle ear, and this bone is known as steps. Next, name the joint that allows movement in all directions. So student, when I explain you different types of a joint, do you remember what was the name of the joint which show movement in all direction, or you can say the joint which show freely movement in all direction? And the name of the joint is ball and socket joint. The name of the joint which show movement in all direction known as ball and socket joint. Now student, question number C, short answer question. Short answer questions. Now let's discuss short answer questions. You Amit, stand up and read the first question. Question number 1. What is the skeletal system? Okay, sit down. Yes, the first question is, what is the skeletal system? Student, you know what is our skeletal system? So student, the system that gives support, shape and protects our internal organ is known as skeletal system. It gives framework to our bones. It gives a framework to our bones. The system that gives support, shape and protects our internal organ is known as skeletal system, and it gives a framework to our bones also. This is a small definition of a skeletal system. And what is skeleton system? The full explanation I have given you under 2 headings, that is their axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. At that time I told you, in axial skeleton, how many bones are in axial skeleton? 80 bones. And in appendicular skeleton, 126. And when we add 80 plus 126, then the total number of bones become 206. So adult human has 206 bones. And now move to next question. What is a joint? Name the different kinds of joint. Okay, I repeat the question. What is a joint? Name the different kinds of joints. So student, when I explain you joint, at that time I explain you what is a joint. A place where two bones meet. The place where two bones meet, that is known as joint. That is known as joint. And do you know student how bones are connected to the bones? By the ligaments. By the ligaments. And one more important point, note down in your rough copy. The end of our bones are covered with a thin layer of cartilage. The ends of our bones are covered with a thin layer of cartilage. Due to this, what's happened? Our bones are very hard, and this cartilage stop the bones from rubbing with each other. Is it clear? And second part of this question is name the different kinds of joint. So in different kinds of joint, I already explained you, we have two kinds of joint in our body. Immovable joint, the joint which show no movement or very less, and another is a movable joint. And do you remember, student, immovable joint, this type of joint is in our skull. I explained you, this type of a joint is in our skull, and even in our mouth we can't move our upper jaw. Have you observed this thing, that we can't move our upper jaw, we can only move our lower jaw. And movable joints, this I have already discussed with you. Movable joints, the joint that we are able to move freely in our body, are called movable joints. These types of joints are found in the arms, hip and shoulders. We are able to move these joints freely due to the presence of a cartilage. And we have studied four types of movable joints. Hinge joint, this type of joint show movement only in one direction. Ball and socket joint, this type of a joint allow movement in all direction. And do you know, student, do you remember where this type of a joint are found in our body? This type of a joint is found in the hip and shoulders. Very good. And next, pivot joint, this joint allows side to side, upward and downward movements. And do you remember, this type of joint is found between our head and neck. Next is the gliding joint. And where we found this joint, student, do you remember? This joint is found in the wrist and ankle. So what is a joint? A place where two bones meet is known as joint. And different kind of joints are immovable joint and movable joint. Question number 3. How do muscles work? So, student, when I explain you about muscle, so in the beginning I told what are the basic functions of the muscle, how the muscles function. And at that time I told you the most important function of the muscle is contraction and relaxation. Contraction and relaxation. And another important point, muscle can pull the bones. Muscles can pull the bone, they cannot push it. they can pull the bones. In this manner, our muscles work. Next question, student. What is the function of the rib cage? What is the function of the rib cage? So in the axial skeleton, it is divided into 4 parts: skull, rib cage, vertebral column, and breastbone, which is known as sternum. So at that time I explained you about rib cage. And what are the function of our rib cage? It protects the internal organ, that is our heart and lungs. And do you remember, student, how many bones, how many pair of bones we have in rib cage? 12 pairs. And all these bones are attached to the backbone and to the sternum, which is known as your chest bone. But student, the last 2 pairs of the rib cage, they are attached to the backbone, but they are not attached to the chest bone, that is your sternum. So last 2 pair are also known as floating ribs. Last 2 pair are also known as floating ribs. So what is the function of the rib cage? Rib cage protect internal organ, heart and lungs. I hope you are able to understand the book exercises and question answer, short question answer of the chapter. Thank you, student.